If you're looking for a cross between a succulent and a bonsai, this might be the plant for you. Let's talk about Portulacaria. What's up, fellow plant enthusiasts? My name is Dylan and this is Bain's Botanicals. Today we're going to be talking about Portulacaria. This is a interesting little succulent in that it kind of looks like a bonsai tree. Now when they're smaller, you might see them in stores in smaller pots. They're actually maybe just a couple of little stalks, but when they get a little bit bigger, they get bushy and full. And I've actually seen some that can get very large. Like if you've ever seen a large jade plant, these can get kind of about that size if you let them get big. But you can also prune them and kind of get them to be a nice shape. I actually haven't pruned this one. I just bought it like this because I thought it looked really neat. It's had a couple problems, which we will discuss. But yeah, really pretty plant. Trying to think of what else. This one is actually kind of variegated. If we can get kind of a little bit of a closer look at the leaves there, they've got kind of the white margins and the lighter green. There is an all green version that is kind of just a richer shade of green that probably might be more successful. So light, as far as light goes, hang on. Here is the taxonomy information for Portulacaria. As far as light goes, it's a succulent. It just lost a leaf. Okay, we're getting there. It just needs bright, indirect light. It doesn't need direct sun, but it's not a low light plant. It does need more light, so it doesn't get leggy, so that it can grow properly. Water is kind of where I've gone amiss with this plant. The thing about succulents is that we tend to think of them as cacti in the sense that they can just go really long periods without water. Unfortunately, that's not really the case. Succulents are not as hardy as cacti because they're not as like robust, like they're not as tenacious. I don't know, stalwart, hardy. I don't know, there's all kinds of synonyms for it, I guess. But you just look at this and you can see that it gets thin little stems, it's got these tiny little baby leaves on it, and even though they are succulent, they still need water. This needs to be watered more frequently than you would a cactus. And that's kind of where I've messed it up, because if you look in the soil, there is actually a few dried up leaves and things from where I've just not given it enough water. I should probably go and water it again, especially since it's in a terracotta pot. Succulents are great for terracotta pots, but if they're small like this, you're gonna have to water them even more than you would if they were in a plastic pot. That way you don't have to deal with root rot or anything like that. So definitely give your succulent water, let it dry out all the way, but just don't let it stay dry for too many days, because then you'll start to see dried up leaves, you'll start to see crumpled leaves, leaf drop. I mean, if I give this thing a little bit of a shake, it'll probably drop a few more leaves, so I'm not going to do that. But yes, as far as soil goes, you just need a regular, well-draining cacti soil, anything that has some sand or some extra perlite or orchid bark, maybe if you're making your own. But fertilizer, just fertilize them regularly, maybe bi-weekly during the growing season, and just don't fertilize them at all in the dormant season. And also in the dormant season, now that I'm thinking about it, don't give them as much water either, because they're not going to be using as much water when they're dormant. I think that is probably all there is to say about Portulacaria. Also, this is a Portulacaria afra. I forgot to mention that. Definitely something you should pick up and give it a try. Like, experiment, see how it does with you. Like I said, my struggles have just been underwatering, but other than that, it's been a good little plant, and I think they live a really long time. So give it a shot. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following and commenting. I love it. I'm really enjoying making these videos for you guys. And until the next one, I will see you guys soon. Thank you.